What's going on, guys? Zach Monstein here, and today we're doing an Advanced Crystal Beast deck profile. So I'm really excited to show you this, guys, because Advanced Crystal Beasts have always been a fan favorite of mine, so let us dive right into this. So to begin off, we're using 3 copies of Advanced Crystal Beast Sapphire Pegasus. This monster is a great card in this deck profile because it has the ability, and before I mention that, all Advanced Crystal Beasts have the same ability. If Advanced Dark is not in the field zone, they will die. That's just a little thing that I want to mention, so I don't have to mention it again. But when this monster is summoned, I can place one of my Advanced Crystal Beasts from either my hand, deck, graveyard, or face-up banished zone. So that's a great upgrade for our beloved Sapphire Pegasus, because they all one have the ability just from the hand, deck, or graveyard. Because we do play against a lot of banish decks, so yeah, that's just a great upgrade. Next up, I'm using 3 copies of Advanced Crystal Beast Cobalt Eagle. Cobalt Eagle is a great free up as well because it has the ability that I can send this monster from my hand or field to the graveyard to search after our Advanced Dark. I also use I will say a combo that I think work. I'm not sure because I haven't played with this deck yet at locals, but I will try as much as I can. So yeah, I will just and again I forgot to mention all the Advanced Crystal Beasts have the same effect as the originals. When this card is destroyed in the monster zone, put it in your spell and trap card zone. Next up, I'm using 2 copies of Advanced Crystal Beast Topaz Tiger. Topaz Tiger is a great 2-up in this deck profile because it has the ability that all your Advanced Crystal Beast gains 400 attack and defense points. So that's a better upgrade than the other, but again, the Advanced Crystal Beast is a better type of the Crystal Beast, sorry. But again, they have the bomber effect that you need to have their field spell, or else they will die. Next, I'm using 2 copies of Advanced Crystal Beast Amethyst Cat. I would say 2 is not recommended, but I really do like the effect because Amethyst Cat have that effect that all your Advanced Crystal Beast monsters can attack directly, and the damage is cut in half, of course. But again, that is a great effect together with Topaz Tiger because greater attack, more damage. So that's just a great effect. Next up, I'm using 2 copies of Advanced Crystal Beast Ruby Carbuncle. Ruby Carbuncle is a great 2-up in this deck profile because it has the ability that when this card is in the spell trap card zone as a continuous spell card, then you can special summon this monster alongside with all other Advanced Crystal Beast monsters that you control in your spell trap card zone. So that's a great effect. Next, I'm using 1 copy of Advanced Crystal Beast Emerald Turtles. Emerald Turtles is a great 1-up in this deck profile because it has the ability that once per turn, quick effect, I can target 1 face-up monster on the field and change the battle position. So that is a great effect that I can also mess with my opponent's monsters. For the last Advanced Crystal Beast monster, I'm using 1 copy of Advanced Crystal Beast Ember Mammoth. Ember Mammoth is walking the gate on the field because it has the ability that when this card is on the field, when your opponent activates a card or a card effect, you can negate that effect. So that's a great effect to go around with. Now we go into the normal Crystal Beast, and for Crystal Beast, we are using 2 copies of Crystal Beast Sapphire Pegasus. As I mentioned before, Sapphire Pegasus have the effect to place the Crystal Beast from your hand, deck, or graveyard. So that's a good card, and I will say I like the idea that I can mix them because in the start I was going for only Advanced Dark Crystal Beast deck profile, but now I actually have mixed them up together. And that's also why I'm using 1 copy of Crystal Beast Ember Mammoth because he can choose the attack target. 1 Ruby Carbuncle, again, not so strong as the counterpart to it, but again, it's cute. 1 Amethyst Cat, again, 3 damage, and 1 Crystal Beast, Topaz Tiger. I will say the advanced Crystal Beasts are stronger, but I could not say no to run the original Crystal Beast. Do I run all of them? No. Actually, I don't run the Turtles, as I can see here. And I don't run the Eagle, but I didn't have space for it. And I will say it was the only 2 that I saw through that I didn't like. So, yeah, that's the reason why. Next, we're using 2 copies of Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon. This monster is a great 2-up because it has the ability, when this card is in the Spell and Trap card zone, you can banish this card from the Spell and Trap card zone and special summon 1 Crystal Beast monster from your deck to your side of the field, negate the effects, but after that you are allowed to search after one of your ultimate crystal monsters. Also, it has the ability that I can special summon this monster when one of my Crystal Beasts gets into an attack. So that's a great effect. For Ultimate Crystal Monsters, I'm using 1 copy of Rainbow Dragon. Rainbow Dragon is a great 1-up because it is much more easy to summon this monster now. Because what do we have? I guess we have around 10. Maybe, I don't know. Let us just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have over 12 Crystal Beasts to go into, so that's a great effect. And it wouldn't be an advanced dark Crystal Beast deck profile without Rainbow Dark Dragon. Rainbow Dark Dragon is a great 1-up as well because Advanced Dark makes all of our Crystal Beasts into Dark types, but still it will not change the name. So that's a great effect. But yeah, guys, that was everything for the monsters. Now let's go into the spells. So for the spell cards, guys, I'm using 3 copies of Rainbow Bridge of the Heart. This is a great 3-up in this deck profile because it has the ability that during my main phase, I can normal summon a Crystal Beast monster in addition to my normal summon or normal set. So this gives me a free normal summon. Also during my main phase, I can destroy one of my Crystal Beast cards on my field and then search after a Crystal Spell and Trap card. That's a great effect. Now, then we use 1 copy of Awakening of the Crystal Ultimates. This card is one of the better cards because it has the ability, if I reveal one of my ultimate crystal monsters from my hand, Rainbow Dragon or Rainbow Dark Dragon, or if I control it, it's actually better. But let us just take the effects. I take 1 Rainbow Bridge card or Rainbow Refraction card from my deck and add it to my hand if I reveal. Or I can take 1 Crystal Beast monster card from my hand, deck, or graveyard and special summon it to my side of the field. If I control an ultimate crystal monster, I can use both effects in sequence. But I rather use the second effect because it's a little bit better. Then I'm using 3 copies of Rainbow Bridge. This is a great 3-up in this deck profile because it has the ability that I can add any crystal spell and trap card to my hand. And in the most cases, I go after search for this card, Crystal Bond, one of the best spell cards that Crystal Beast have ever got in release. It has the ability that you can search after one of your Crystal Beast monsters, but also place one of them in your spell and trap card zone. The only downside is you can only use one of them once per turn. But I will say the combo that I use mostly if I don't start out with it, I'm using Crystal Bond, then I search after any Crystal Beast, and then I place Advanced Crystal Beast Cobalt Eagle, because then I can just send him out to the graveyard and add the Advanced Dark if I don't start out with it. And speaking of Advanced Dark, we are using, of course, 3 copies of Advanced Dark in this deck profile. This is one of the only field spells that I will say only work against, or not against, but with the Advanced Crystal Beast. Because Advanced Dark have the ability that all Crystal Beast monsters on the field and in the graveyard becomes dark. And each time that a Crystal Beast is going to battle and would be destroyed, I can send one of my Crystal Beasts to the graveyard to negate damage. So that's a great effect because you can negate damage and you also make everything dark. Makes it much more easier to summon Rainbow Dark Dragon. But yeah, guys, that was everything for the spells. Let us move into the traps. So for the trap cards, I'm using one copy of Ultimate Crystal Magic. This is our fusion trap card because it has the ability when one of your Crystal Beast monsters is destroyed by battle or card effect and sent to the graveyard, I think. No, just destroyed by battle. I can send 7 Crystal Beast specifically cards with different names from my hand, deck, and or face up on the field to the graveyard and special summon one ultimate crystal fusion monster. I was about to get a tongue twister there. I'm sorry. But it also have, and then I can fusion summon our bigger monsters we're using. But also it has the ability that I can banish this card to place any number of crystal beast monsters from my graveyard face up in my spell and trap card zone as continuous spell cards. Next up, I'm using 2 copies of Crystal Miracle. This is a great trap card because it has the ability that when your opponent activates a card effect or monster effect, and you have any number of Crystal Beast on your field, you can destroy one of your Crystal Beast cards on your field to negate the activation of that card. And you can also banish this card from your graveyard. I'm sorry, guys, I don't know how much you missed because there was an update on my phone that just kicked in. But yeah, if I didn't say it, I will just repeat myself. Crystal Miracle have the ability that when my opponent activates a monster effect or card effect, in that case, I can destroy one of my crystal cards on the field, Crystal Beast cards, and negate the activation and destroy a card. I can also banish this card from my graveyard to place one Crystal Beast monster from my hand, deck, or graveyard face up in my spell and trap card zone as a continuous spell. So this is a generator again. Now, the second to last cards I'm playing is 2 copies of Crystal Brilliance. Brilliance is great because it has the ability that all my Crystal Beast monsters, by the way, I can only control one at a time, but it has the ability that all Crystal Beast monsters I control gains attack equal to their original defense. This is a great combo with the Advanced Crystal Beast, Topaz Tiger, and Advanced Crystal Beast, Amethyst Cat. I also love how they are represented on this, artwork, because it's about that they knew that I was going to use this card to that combo. But also, I can send this face-up card to the graveyard to special summon one Crystal Beast monster from my hand or graveyard. Also, any damage I'll take that turn is cut in half. So that's a great effect as well. For the last card, guys, in the main deck, we're using 1 copy of Rainbow Bridge of Salvation. This is one of the better cards. You can see it for the light. But the artwork represents the Rainbow Dragon and the Sacred Beast fusion monster. The battle between Jesse and Jubel. But it has the ability, when there is 2 or more different monster types on the field among the level 10 or higher, I shuffle all cards except this trap card back into the deck, alongside with all the cards from the hand, field, graveyard, and not banished cards. And each player then draw 5 new cards. I can also banish this card from my graveyard to search after a Crystal Beast monster and a field spell. Again, banish this, search after your Advanced Dark. A lot of people would say that you should play Foolish Burial Goods because that is an easier way to send this out. I will say, yeah, it is, but I'm not using it because I don't see why. Now we are going into the extra deck, guys. To begin off, I'm using 1 copy of one of the most destroying creatures in this deck profile. Our ultimate Crystal Rainbow Dragon Overdrive. It has the ability that this monster must be special summoned a duel where I special summon an ultimate crystal monster. This represents the Auto Fusion monster, Rainbow Dragon, or Rainbow Dark Dragon. And if I banished, what's it called? Well, 7 or more of my Crystal Beast monsters with different names are banished, or in my graveyard. No, not in the graveyard. This card gains 7,000 attack points, which means that this card can get a total of 11,000. And also, it has the ability that I can tribute this card when my. Okay, I can't read. Look at it. It's super small. Okay, I can tribute this card to shuffle as many cards on the field as possible into the deck, and if I do, special summon any number of my banished Crystal Beast cards. And I can only use this effect if this card did not battle this turn. I'm sorry for the whole reading thing, guys, but I couldn't remember the effect. I don't make it so often. Then I'm using 2 copies of Rainbow Overdragon. This was, back in the day when we first got this to Crystal Beast, it was very busted because it has the effect that to summon this out, you must either fusion summon him by any chance, that's why I'm using the trap card, or by tributing a level 10 monster, or a level 10 ultimate crystal monster, Rainbow Dragon, Rainbow Dark Dragon. It also has the effect that I can tribute this monster when it was fusion summoned to shuffle all cards from the field and graveyard back into the. No, all cards on the field back into the graveyard. It also has the effect that I can banish 1 Crystal Beast monster from my graveyard, then this monster gains attack equal to that monster's original attack. So let's say I have this, I banished Sapphire Pegasus, 1800, 5800 attack. Very, very strong. Now we go into Xyz monsters, guys. For Xyz monsters, we're using 1 Abyss Dweller to deal with graveyard effects, 1 Tornado Drain to deal with spell and trap card decks, 1 number 82 Heartland Drago, because it is a great effect. When I control a face-up spell card, I can detach 1 material from this little guy, and then this card can attack directly. 2000. After battle, of course, 1 Zeus. I most likely use Zeus when I use number 82's effect the second time, because I forgot to mention it. Number 82 Heartland Drago also have the effect when this card has materials, my opponent cannot use or take this for an attack. So that's a great effect. Then I'm using 1 copy of number F0 Utopic Future. And for the last Xyz monster, 1 number F0 Utopic Draco Future. This is a hard combo to make because first of all, I need to Xyz summon into Abyss Dweller and Tornado Dragon. Then I have to Xyz summon Utopic Future. And then lastly, making Draco Future. Then we're going into the Link line, guys. And 1 Nightmare Phoenix, again to deal with spell trap cards. 1 Nightmare Unicorn to deal with annoying cards on the field. Then I'm using 1 copy of Appaloosa, Bow of the Goddess. I do not actually make her so much because if you guys don't know how Appaloosa work, to summon her you need to have at least 2 Link 2 monsters. So sometimes I also link summon into IP Masquerena and Nightmare Unicorn, and then we make Appaloosa. Then we have one Sarugia Skuldred. This is a great effect because it has the ability that I can summon this monster and draw 4 cards if I used 4 materials. And the last card, guys, in this deck profile is 1 Access Code Targa. I know I just have to use 1 of him in this deck profile. But yeah, guys, that was everything for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I will say this is a fun deck profile to play if you enjoy the Crystal Beast era. But again, guys, this was my look at how I play Advanced Crystal Beast. If you have any suggestions, please comment it down below, and we will see each other next time. Peace out.